What's up, everybody? This is HerrinPlays, welcoming you back to The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, ripping the souls out of poor evil beings that are dead already. And you may notice we are actually back in the Sacred Grove. That's because I missed that particular postal earlier. I forgot it was there. But what? I forgot the postal that was there. I missed it earlier because I forgot to wait for nighttime. And I think I've also forgotten a postal that's somewhere here in the Castletown area. I'm just gonna look around real quick and see what. Do you hear something? I just keep hearing this person, like it's like he's just watching me or something.
Greetings, Internet.
Whoa. Is it the postman? Okay, it's probably the postman. He's coming.
Hey!
I've never heard that line of dialogue before. His business is concluded. Yeah, well, maybe we won't hear him anymore. Alright. What letter was that, by the way? Let's see. An update from Shad. Let's see. After we parted, I had tried that word on all the statues I could find in Hyrule, but it was a disaster. How disappointing. But if I let something so small get to me, my dear father will scoff at me from beyond the mortal coil. I'm going back to the sanctuary in Kakariko Village to see if I can't find another lead. I certainly hope if you find any more information, you'll share it with me post-haste. The Dream Chaser, Shad. Okay. Well, I think that what we're gonna do, and unfortunately, this is kind of annoying to me, but until the game is over, all these red dots on the map are not going to go away. They just stay there the entire rest of the game, so they're kind of marring our view of the aerial map of Hyrule for the entire rest of the game. So let's go this way. We're going to go to Western Clocktown now. Okay, it looks like there is a postal I missed out here. I kind of figured there was, because I remembered there being one pretty much in every direction from Clocktown. Apparently Gollum is here. Gollum, who are you? Who are you?
Greetings, Internets. It is I, Thinker2112.
What? Thinker2112?
Yes,
what?
I just refilled my HP, I guess.
You must have, because I mean, fine. So what are you doing here?
I don't know. I do like to play games featuring wolves and impish riders.
I mean, that is as good of a reason as any. I mean, do you want to just kind of stick around until we finish up City in the Sky?
Sure.
Okay, well, that's the next dungeon we're going into anyway, so cool. Well, it looks like we're going to have what? Okay, Uku's apparently coming with us. That makes me happy. And with that, our special cannon is going to launch us up to the heavens.
Oh, I wish you could do this at night. I wish they had a different scene for it.
I know, that'd be awesome. I was just thinking of that. I was thinking it's kind of annoying that, well, not annoying, but it's like disappointing a little bit that they had us like at nighttime going up here and then it doesn't change. Because this would be a really cool place to play like in the moonlight. Phew, gracious, we made it back finally. Welcome, adventurer. This is the city sky of Uka. Since you came all this way, I guess I can give you a tour of the city. Well, okay, apparently there's a dragon here. And they're just gonna be gobbling at each other all day. Oh, goodness, brave adventurer, you won't believe it. There's a dragon raging outside the city walls. Oh, I'm terribly worried about everyone. I'm going to check in that shop for survivors. Now, this shop is completely optional. You can go in there if you want to, but there's really no reason to go into the shop. But I guess I
think they may sell blue potions. I'm not sure.
Do they? Well, I mean, it's worth looking, I guess. I never really spend much time here because I mean, I guess it's aesthetically kind of a cool thing, because you kind of get to see that with the Uku, everything is about eggs. Let's see. Oh, whoa, okay, censored. You are a Hylian, no? I speak a little Hylian, you understand me? Is there something you're interested in? Pick it up with something. Okay, blue potion.
I was right.
Does this, do you know if this refills your health completely?
It does.
Okay, and then they've got lantern oil. I kind of like how they have the lantern oil in a little teapot. I wish that there was more of that.
I remember that they sold blue potions because on my LP, I did a certain optional, very challenging side quest right after this place.
Okay.
You probably know what I'm talking about.
I do know what you're talking about, yeah.
And I prepared for it partly by buying some blue potions from here.
Ooh, sorry for earlier, adventurer. Ooh, but you're planning on walking around the city and taking it in, right? Well, I'm worried about the others, and this is an emergency. I just can't stand around waiting. Please take me too. I won't help you warp to the surface, but I will bring you back to this shop anytime. Okay, so we've got Uku Jr. and Uku on our team again, which, I mean, okay, whatever.
Well, they're funny looking, but they're nice.
I mean, they're a little clingy. I mean, they won't leave us alone once we've.
You know what?
Whoa!
This is like, whoa! I hate the wind in this area.
I actually had completely forgotten about the wind in this area.
You might want to equip the iron boots.
That is not a bad idea. Whoa!
Have them up as one of the C items. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. One of the D-pad items.
Yes, that.
Now, one thing to note, I'm just going to show off real quick, is you can go into the cannon again.
The cannon wants you to go into it.
I know, the cannon is summoning me. You can go into the cannon again if you so desire to get back to the surface. That's really, I mean, that's only if you want to. You don't really have much reason to once you get here. Another thing to point out real quick is that this whole place looks really, really cool. It really looks interesting. We're actually going to be exploring all of it if it'll allow us to approach. Now, you got to make sure you shoot this arrow when the wind is not blowing. Otherwise, it'll blow your arrow off course, if I remember right. Okay, run, run, run. All right, now. Lots of Boko Babas here, too. It's kind of obnoxious.
But now.
This is showing how the city in the sky stays afloat. And honestly, it's kind of funny to me that when you think about it, Metroid Prime 3 has the...
Sky Town?
Yeah, the Sky Town or whatever it is, where it's staying aloft. It's not using propellers, it's using like little jets. And it's kind of funny, like what, it's obviously not, but it'd be kind of interesting if there was some sort of weird relation to, between, the Metroid Prime 3 area and this right here. This is a very, very claw-shot-centric dungeon, and it's got a lot of these spots where you're going to have to grab an Uku and jump over.
I've probably mentioned to you that when I would be looking, for some reason my capture card and my TV work in some way so that I can't see, when I'm playing Wii only, not on PS2, but on Wii only, I can't record and see in color on the TV at the same time.
Really?
Yes, so you can imagine that I fell quite a bit in this section because I couldn't see it.
Oh, yeah, because those blocks on the ground, those blue ones, if you stand on them too long, I might as well just show it off. They start sinking. And you fall to your death. But you can also trick it out so your enemies do too, so...
And by too long, you mean about a second.
Yeah, basically. It's not all that... I just ran into a wall. It's not all that safe at all. This is kind of, I mean, it's not the final dungeon. Spoilers! It's not the final dungeon, but it definitely has a lot of elements to it that are like Final Dungeon-esque. Now, this is a gigantic, big, fat version of the guys we've been fighting the entire game, ever since the Lake Bed Temple, in fact.
Jump attack to butt still kills it.
Yes, jump attack to butt still kills it, because our sword is so ridiculously overpowered at this point. And no reason to go through these pots, I just feel like it. Now, this stuff over here, we can actually claw shot to it. And we're going to have to do that quite a few times. Ooh, a fairy that I don't currently need, but it'll be nice to remember that that is there.
Will it come back?
I think so. I think as long as you don't collect it. Rather, I think as long as you leave and then come back in, and each one of these doors counts as leaving and coming back in, as though they're a different building. I think that probably is enough. Now, this right here, we actually can't do anything about. I'm not sure why I came this way, but this is going to be important in just a little while. But I do know why. The fact that the Wii version has backwards orientation to the GameCube version, even though I am playing and have mostly played, ever since I first got this game, I've mostly played the Wii version. My first experience of this game was with the GameCube version, so of course, you know, that's on our right, and that's where you're not supposed to go yet, but this on our left is where you are supposed to go, and it was backwards on the GameCube version. Ow.
Amazing how Link can do that so many times and not take any damage.
I know, he doesn't even get concussed. It's like, ugh. I won't say I envy him because I have no reason to. It's not like I go around getting concussed all the time, but...
It'd be good for a football player.
It'd be good for a football player, that's true. Die!
Speaking of which, how did that go? I was hoping that didn't turn out that way. Oh wait, crap, I forgot the new overtime rules. Yeah, just looking at the Jaguars-Texans game.
Oh, okay.
I'm still holding out on the faint hope that the Texans might lose a couple games and the Ravens could still wind up first in the conference.
I gotcha. Now this right here is actually where we're going to be using the spinner. I think we're going to do this a couple of times in this dungeon, using the spinner in this way to extend a bridge. And this is the first of those. So over here, I think we actually need a key. Yeah, we do. So we want to go back in here yet again, because I'm going the wrong way again.
I always thought that when he was using the spinner like that, he looked like he was surfing.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? He's kind of bouncing at the knee, just kind of.
Except if he were really surfing, he would, as they say, hang 10.
Let's
if you
go.
know what that means.
And then through here, there is actually something else we can do.
Yeah, I didn't know for the longest time what hang 10 meant. It means that you should have your toes over the edge of the surfboard.
Really?
Yes.
Huh. I did not know that.
10 toes. And it's for better grip or balance or something.
This is the other of those spots where we're going to be using the spinner to extend a bridge over. Now, I don't know if we need a key here, though, or not. That's why I'm wanting to kind of try this out. Although, can't... Oh, yeah, we can.
Yeah,
why am I using my... What the... I meant to use my claw shot, but I don't want to transform into a wolf, Midna. Appreciate it, but I don't want to do that right now. I want to use my claw shot to get over here. And
yeah, I saw this interesting documentary a few years ago about this girl who, when she was 14, had her arm bitten off by a shark, but kept on surfing after she recovered.
Really?
Yeah.
Wasn't there a movie made about that at some point recently?
I believe so, yes. But this was a documentary version. It had the actual girl and her family.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, my chair's kind of creaky.
Oh, that's fine. My chair's creaky, too. All right, now this is...
I guess that would make me a creaky chair guy.
This...
Tinker's a creaky chair guy.
I am not a freaky fish guy.
Yeah, I think I mentioned this to you, but on Okami, there's a particular type of enemy that's like this flying fish demon thing. I call those freaky fish guys.
Oh my gosh. Now this room we can actually not do anything about just yet. We need to have oh, whoops. We need to have a certain item. We're going to get in here. Spoilers! To get through this room.
Are you going to cut that out?
So let's head back across this bridge here.
Oh, you're reminding me of Zenav, who would sometimes like press on the press a number on the Skype keypad so it would make like the phone dialing sound. He'd use that as like a censored sound effect.
And great! So the bridge is out. Thanks to that dragon over there, so we're gonna have to find another way to get back over there.
You can't have a clash on the big bridge now.
No, unfortunately. That'd be cool. That'd be cool to fight him on a giant bridge, actually.
Oh, do you know where that reference comes from? Do you know what that's a reference to?
What is?
Clash on the Big Bridge.
I feel like I should.
It's a track from Final Fantasy V that plays when you're fighting this particular boss called Gilgamesh.
Oh, okay, I've heard that name.
Yeah, I should play that track for you sometime. And then there are other versions of it because you fight him in Final Fantasy XII and also in DLC, available on Final Fantasy 13 too.
Okay.
He's actually pretty funny in FF12. I forget exactly, like he comes flying into the arena and he comes at slightly the wrong angle and crashes off the side and then sort of gets back up. He's like, I meant to do that.
Now, why do I want to come up here?
Good thing the fan isn't moving.
Yeah, really, but I remember coming up here for some reason. I guess I'll figure it out later.
Is this north from the main room?
Yeah, it is.
I don't think you can do anything here for a while.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I remembered where I was at correctly because I was getting a little disoriented. That's one of the big things about this dungeon is you'll head in one direction thinking you're gonna go to X area of the dungeon and then you'll turn out to be going the complete wrong way.
Well, that high altitude can get to you, disorient you.
It totally can. This is a matter of vertigo.
Actually, Link must have really strong lungs if he can still breathe up here.
Well, it's debatable whether he's actually human or Hylian.
I thought Hylians were a type of human. From my understanding, it's mostly a cosmetic difference, but you never know. Everything in this game is explained by magic, so perhaps Link's perhaps some magical augmentation of the humans made them into Hylians, which have higher durability or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the what did they call it? The Hero's Shade. Maybe he trained him to use less air as well.
That's possible. Have you heard my Hero's Shade theory in this LP?
What is that?
It's a little involved. Basically, the idea is the Hero's Shade, which a lot of people, I don't know if you know this, a lot of people think that the Hero's Shade is actually Ocarina of Time Link.
I thought that was the official word.
Not necessarily, because it's never explicitly said that that's the case. Yeah, take these guys' shells away and they're gone.
No longer have enough weight to withstand them.
Yeah, exactly. Over here. No way you're getting across that fast enough with your iron boots on.
But no way you're getting across it without your iron boots because you just get blown away.
Yeah, exactly. So the other option is C, none of the above. Use your claw shots.
I believe if it were C, it would be neither of the above. Since there are only two other options.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, go on. What were you saying?
Well, anyway, a lot of people think that the Hero's Shade is Ocarina of Time Link, and I actually agree with that. But I think that because, he says in the last ability that you gain from him, he tells Link, he's like, "Go forth, my son," and that kind of implies maybe that there's actually a paternal bond there. So perhaps what the thing is that the Hero's Shade is indeed like Link's grandfather to some generation or something. I had to try it at least. But the thinking is, I think that actually what happened was the Hero Shade went to, it's like after the events of, you know, Majora's Mask, when Link left Termina to go continue looking for Navi. I think he periodically would return from the Lost Woods, and in one of his returns to Hyrule, he ended up marrying Madeline. And then he ended up, like, his descendants ended up becoming Twilight Princess Link and Wind Waker Link in the future. That's just my thinking.
Well, of course, there's no guarantee that the Hero Shade meant the words "my son," literally.
True, but it's like there's things that there's things that kind of you go, well, it could be possible, but at the same time, you know, it is kind of wishful thinking at the same time, just because that's just how it goes.
You never know. I mean, my theory about the Zelda timeline is that Nintendo had never really thought about this. They just saw that all of their big fans had made this thing and said, okay.
Oh, and we'll make something official just for the sake of it being official?
Yes, basically. There's this, you know how some Final Fantasy games will have, like, a mini-game that sort of extends throughout the whole game?
Yeah.
Well, Final Fantasy VIII has one of those. It's sort of like a collectible card game. And there was a side quest that I was going to do. Oh, you found it. So there was this one side quest that relies so much on random chance that I thought this is going to take me dozens and dozens of hours to do. But I'm glad that I looked at a game FAQs thing, because it let me do it in like more like 3 or 4 hours. That's what you had to do.
You have to use the claw shot. Okay.
I feel like I could never get a good feel for what the claw shot's range was in this game.
Yeah, because there's no indicator dot like there is in the N64 ones.
Yeah, it also was a bit disorienting because it's like they hook onto different things. The hook shot hooks onto wooden things, and the claw shot hooks onto metal things. Mostly.
Yeah. Anything that's porous enough for it to kind of grip onto.
Claw shot, you mean?
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
So what are all these fans for, anyway?
I honestly, what I think is that they may have something to do with the propeller system that holds this entire thing up.
Could be, but wouldn't they be wanting to blow air downwards?
Well, yeah, but I think that it's kind of like, I don't know, maybe some sort of an exhaust system, because what is turning the, it's like if there's not some sort of an exhaust system, what's turning the giant fans, you know?
But the air should be blowing downwards if the thing is going to be lifted up. You see what I'm saying?
Well, what I mean is like when as it's doing its little ascensions and descensions as it kind of goes along, then like the little fluctuations in its height, you know what I mean? Like that might have some air that's coming upward because of that.
Or we could just say the obvious, that it's just video game logic.
You know, we could say that. And I think that's probably the smartest thing to do in this situation.
But it is also fun to speculate on, okay, if we suppose that this is something that is supposed to happen, really,
yeah, exactly.
then how could we explain it? Rather than, as you say, the sort of a wizard did it explanation.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, 4 lanterns, that'll keep people away. Like, hop, hop.
Yes, well, they can keep people from using an elevator, as we've seen.
Yeah, exactly.
If they're put out.
Okay, now this is a nod to Ocarina of Time. This fight right here, because... And I don't think that there's any of those little worm things under here, are there? No, I don't think so.
But did they just each jump off?
That's amazing! I had no idea you could trick them like that.
Flawless victory.
Flawless victory. They could.
I have never seen that.
I haven't either. Oh my gosh. That's ridiculous. I didn't know that could even happen.
I just wasn't sure what I was seeing there.
I know.
Wait
It's just like, Geronimo! Oh, crap.
And you apparently wanted to fight them so badly that you followed them.
I know. It's like, no, I'll take you on in the sky. Like, oh my gosh, that was crazy. I didn't even know that could happen.
This is what I love about Let's Plays.
Yeah, it's, oh my gosh.
That if you're recording an entire playthrough, then you're bound to get a couple of instances where just really bizarre stuff happens.
All right, now what we want is we want an Uku. Or I guess they're technically Uka, but whatever. Let's go across.
Now we all know that Uku is the representative of this race that all look very similar, at least to human eyes.
It's like, man,
Human
all you
eyes.
Ukus look the same.
Well, yeah, they kind of do, but
They
there are
do
a lot
actually look identical.
There are a lot of species that look the same to human eyes, but they can tell each other apart. So
Let's see. Well, this one has, maybe it's about the stripes on the heads. You see that? I don't know how well you can tell. There's like tiny little stripes on the back of their heads. Like there's a blue and a pink line and a yellow line, I think.
oh, I can't really see.
Yeah, I know. Yes!
By the way, the sound you make when you pick them up is absolutely bizarre.
Which one, me or them?
Them, like the sound that one of those things makes when you picked it up.
Oh, the check.
Yes, it's like sort of sounds like a hen, but just distorted.
Yeah, it's a little weird, isn't it?
It is funny. Speaking of funny, the music, Zenab14, I think it was Zenab14, who said that it reminded him of the sound that Miniblins make in The Wind Waker.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's actually pretty accurate. Okay, go in, yeah!
Whoosh.
Whoosh. And let's use this switch.
Well, this is sort of like The Wind Waker 2, except
Instead of
you can get a
using
bit
your
more
iron
lift.
boots.
You can get a bit more lift than you can from the Deku Leaf.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was thinking actually of the, you know, the springboard things you can do with the iron boots.
Oh, those. Yeah.
And now we gotta just go. Yeah.
Oops.
This is kind of a difficult spot here. You gotta... Oh, jump. Crap. Let's try this again, shall we? Let's go up. Yeah! Made it. Now, let's see if we can catch this one. Yes, we can. I don't know why I want to stand right here, but...
You want to stand right here?
No. Guess not. Here's the door. Oh, this room. This is actually a room that we saw just a little bit ago from behind a closed gate. All right.
And the floor seems to have gone out.
Yeah, the floor's not there. Let's see if I can use you to get to here.
But what would a Zelda dungeon be with no potential to fall to your death?
I know, right? It's just, man, I love that. Let's go over here. All right. You can kind of trick that out by letting go of the Uku right when you're by the, ledge. And
so
then,
that Link can hang on.
Yeah, exactly. And this is the room we were just in a little while ago. You can see the chest we opened and stuff like that. Now, how should I get across now?
So why did you go back there?
Well, because I opened that door. But we can use this to get across now. Just
How would you feel if someone called you this?
You know, you're right. You're right. We should use
this guy or this strange creature
whose head just phased through the floor. Yeah, okay. Bust that open. Okay. All right. Well, I think, guys, now that we have made so much progress and we have reached this interesting room, I think it's about time that we wrap things up for today. So, until next time, thank you very much for joining me, Mr. Thinker2112, and we will be heading through the remainder of this dungeon and hopefully making a lot more progress as we go. So, keep your spirits up and your HP high.